Welcome, everybody, to the debut edition of the USFL Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, the Ref, representing Pro Football Newsroom, the number one source in alternative football news. I'm joined, as always, by my man, Zach Keilman. How you doing today, my friend?
Oh, I've had a great day. I've had a great week. You and I have had a great week. It's been, my head is like spinning from all the stuff that's come out. And this is just a lead up for our first show as a duo.
I know.
We have so much to talk about. That's all I'm saying.
Isn't it amazing? We announced the show a week ago, or a little bit over a week ago.
Not too long ago.
And I mean, the things that have happened since we first made that announcement, my mind is blown. We heard that there was supposed to be, or is expected to be, a rapid fire of announcements from the USFL, and holy smokes, I can barely keep up. Needless to say, like you said, we have a lot to talk about. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Thanks for getting us to 100 subscribers on YouTube. We hit our first goal. So stick around to the very end because we're going to announce that lucky winner. Zach, tell them what you get.
Ooh, you're going to be getting a cap or t-shirt from the USFL shop. So get your selection. We'll send it your way. Just got to tell us what you want.
And if you look here in the background, I got the cap on the good old trusty Vectrex. And for all you youngins out there, get yourself a Vectrex. Anyway, we're not talking about video games. We're talking about pro football, my friend. I mean, we touched on some of the items in this year in spring football. And like I said, we have a lot to talk about. Before we do, I think it's appropriate we just do some quick introductions. People might know who we are. People might not know who we are. Quite honestly, they probably don't know who we are. So let's tell them who we are. So again, I'm the Ref. I started XFL Newsroom, or actually it was XFL 2K back in January of 2018. So January 25th is going to be our 4-year anniversary. Slowly we transition, well, not slowly, within the first year we transitioned to XFL Newsroom. After the sad news of the illness that we shall not name, I learned that last week on YouTube. Do not name the illness, but due to the illness we shall not name, XFL was forced to shutter their doors, and we knew, well, we want to keep doing this. We didn't know if the XFL was coming back. What is the best way to go about it? So we started the transition to Pro Football Newsroom, and within we still have XFL Newsroom, CFL Newsroom, FCF Newsroom, a whole bunch of newsrooms, but the one that you're probably interested in the most, USFL Newsroom. I'm looking forward to doing this. Used to be the host of This Week in the XFL, and this is my first time that I have a co-host, and I'll tell you, Zach, I'm pretty damn excited about that because you probably know it's not really the greatest doing a show by yourself sometimes. I'm just going to say. It.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny you say that because I'm coming from a show that is just myself with my background. I mean, you're talking how the site's coming on its year 4. For me, it's year 2 interacting and being part of the newsroom group here. So, I'm only half of that. And I joined even post XFL as well. So like I'm endearing, like waiting for that to come back too. Obviously the USFL, as this is of course the USFL podcast, that has helped a ton, and I am extremely excited for that. So my background mainly is I started Gridiron Gallery as a different show, like 2 years going on 3 years back in April 2019. It was covering arena football. It was just after the AAF collapsed. I wanted to get into podcasting. I just kind of jumped in with arena football, and then the XFL came around, and I eventually morphed it into what is now known as Gridiron Gallery. And that helped me kind of meet up with you here with Newsroom and other people on the community's internet pages, if you will, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, you name it. And we came up with this little idea to do a show. Let's get our collective talents, put it together, and here we are. And we got a lot of stuff that we're going to be discussing, and we're going to have an exciting time moving into this year with this show.
I'm excited. So the plans for the show, I think that's appropriate as well. People probably want to know, what is this USFL podcast? Well, not only is it the USFL podcast, we plan on being the premier USFL podcast. We're dropping weekly episodes. I would say for the most part are going to drop on Friday, but I don't know about you, Zach. I am a man that doesn't like to stick to schedules 100%. Fans of Sign Me Up Saturday would know that very well. It's your favorite weekly talk show that happens every 4 or 5 months. We're not going to go do that. We are going to be a weekly show. Zach is going to hold me to that. I'm going to try to hold it to myself, but we're going to make it happen. What are some of the things that we're going to talk about on this premiere podcast extravaganza?
Well, we got plenty of stuff that we're going to do, especially news discussion early on. I mean, it is technically pre-season or build up, if you want to put it in quotations, whatever you want to do. But once we get into the core of the season, even with news building up as we do this week by week, we might be doing interviews, which we are planning on trying to get some interviews together and have discussions with folks on here besides just you and I. We're going to answer fan questions. And specifically, when we get into the meat and potatoes of the 2022 season, when April 16th, according to their 100-day rundown, rolls around, we're going to be doing some game recaps. So we'll be adding that into our repertoire. But basically, we're going to give you everything you need to know, at least in a 1-week span that comes up every week of the USFL, and focus on specifically that league.
I'm excited. Mm-hmm. I mean, again, when we're talking about last year, 2021, going into the year, I really wouldn't have expected the announcement of the USFL. Here we are about 6 months later, and it's like almost a real football league now. We're so close to everything happening that, I mean, there's so much that we're going to be able to cover throughout this season. And even after the season, we're going to be bringing you all the latest updates, rumors, scores, more, all of that, recaps. And even we're going to go live on a few instances, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. We'll have to see how the season goes. But definitely, Zach and I, we're going to be making a trip out to Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
We will announce it. We would, because you know what I think would be fun? I think it would be really cool to have a USFL community meetup, because I don't know about you, Zach. I don't know about you, but me personally, I am loving the USFL community so far. They are, I mean, not that I'm not trying to slight the XFL community or any other communities on the internet, but it's the internet. The internet is a tough place. It's a tough cookie. People have a lot of opinions, but I'll say this, for the most part, the USFL community is just, let's have a party. We have some more football. We got to deal with Fox. We got to deal with NBC. Flipping, we got some coaches. Who cares? Let's get signed up. And that's what I'm excited about.
And it's new and blossoming too. Like, that's what's, I think, crazy is, like, we're almost reliving a bit of what the XFL back in 2019 and in early 2020 was going through. Was just like, either you're having more and more people discover it, and that ramp up's getting more and more energy and hype towards it every week now. And I mean, this week alone has helped with that, and you're going to keep seeing that. And that's just got me fully engaged and energized to be discussing with this and meeting others that are curious about this league, or those that are just as passionate. It's a new thing, and we're all enjoying kind of this ride and lead up to what we hope is a high quality product. What we expect, at least, not hope, expect to be a high quality product from everything that Fox has said on its end with this buildup. So I like the community too. It's going places right now, and I've had a blast so far with some people. I mean, I met some new people that even I didn't meet in the XFL days earlier on. It's just been continuing to grow.
So I think you mentioned fan questions, but we kind of skipped over it. So I do want to circle back to that. So we're not going to be doing any fan questions for the first episode, but starting on the second episode and going forward, we'll probably pick one to a few. We'll say fan questions every week. How do you enter? Well, there's a couple ways. The easy one, leave a comment down below. I mean, yeah. And while you're at it, hit the like button, hit that bell, ring the bell. It builds morale to ring the bell. I'm getting off topic here. I do that a lot. The mailbag. So the easiest way, sign us up on a comment. The other ways you can do it, though, you can email us at mailbag@usflcast.com. We'll have a link down in the description, as well as you can visit usflcast.com, which will have a nice, simple form. Send as many as you want. We'll probably only read one of yours a week, though. But if you have a bunch, send them through. We'll never say no. Well, we might say no, but we won't say no to you sending too many.
Recommend you bookmark that website, by the way. Everything you need of it, if we have a new video or show, it's right there. It's pretty easy. You one click, you have all the stuff right there for you. Even the mailbag.
everything is at USFL Cast. You know, one of these days, USFL Cast is going to be the preeminent website on the planet. People might not understand that, but this is the new coming of Google. This is the new coming of Yahoo. USFLcast.com. Get signed up.